And then it calls for 1 cup of Gruyere cheese. Gruyere cheese. I'm not very good at saying it.
But no, like when I tried it out of the pan, it was excellent.
Mm-hmm. It's super good.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, y'all? I am actually in the middle of making my Amish soft pretzel recipe, but I decided to make a separate video for this beer cheese that I'm about to make to dip them in. So I'm not gonna ramble. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys this recipe that I found for beer cheese, and we're gonna see if it's good. All right, let's go make some beer cheese. Okay, first of all, this recipe calls for 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, and this is just the one that I found at the store, so it's just what I'm gonna use. And then it calls for 1 cup of Gruyere cheese. Gruyere cheese. I'm not very good at saying it, but I'm gonna shred both of these. The recipe says you can buy pre-shredded, but it probably won't melt as well, so that's why I got these 2. So let's shred some cheese. All right, I'm gonna melt a 1/4 cup of butter, and then I'm gonna add some flour, onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne, and yeah, that's it. And then we'll add some milk and all the things. But for now, we're gonna melt a 1/4 cup of butter. All right, now I have a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne. And I'm just gonna pour it in here, kind of whisk it up. And then I'm gonna slowly add 1 cup of milk and 2/3 cup of beer. Let me see if I can get a better, a camera angle. There we go. That might be a little bit better. I've never made beer cheese, so this might turn out poorly. I also have this on a low. Okay, it also says to cook this for about a minute, and I feel like it's been a minute. So I'm gonna slowly add this milk. I'm sorry, my hand is in the way. There, I'll do it left-handed. Okay, and this is, if I can get to focus, the beer that we have. It was just some cheap Aldi beer. You can use whatever beer you want. This also was not in the refrigerator, so it's not cold. It doesn't say either way. So yeah, it's just what we're going with, and it's 2/3 of a cup of beer. So I've got my 2/3 here. Let me move the camera. All right, I'm gonna pour this in and whisk it. I have it over medium heat now because that's what the recipe says. Basically, it says to do this until it's smooth. And then we're gonna add in a teaspoon of Dijon and a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Alright, that seems probably good. I don't know. I can say I feel like I'm not good at making any kind of like cheese sauce. But we're giving it a try. Alright, I'm also not going to measure the Worcestershire and the Dijon. It's just a teaspoon, so we'll just figure it out. Seems good. Seems solid. Okay, then I'm going to whisk that. Also, my whisk is like messing up. It also says to not do this over like super high heat, especially when you melt the cheese, because apparently that's when it turns out like grainy. Alright, I'm gonna turn it to a low and add my cheese. I'll be right back. Okay, just gonna add it in. Maybe I won't add all of it and I'll let this melt and then I'll add more. That sounds like a good plan. It's actually melting pretty well. This makes a lot of cheese sauce. I'm gonna add in the rest of the cheese. It basically says to do this until the cheese is like just melted. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we're trying the cheese, which we already tried, but you know, it's all together. This is the first time I've ever made beer cheese. It's very Dijon-y.
It's really good. This needs warmed up.
Yeah, it's been sitting.
But no, like when I tried it out of the pan, it was excellent.
Mm-hmm. It's super good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would recommend.
Like you put us on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like chips would be really good.
Yeah, we have some.
Or even like almost not. It probably wouldn't work for fondue, but it always works.
Actually, the recipe does say you can use it for fondue. Like if you have a fondue maker, you can warm it that way, but we don't have one of those.
I'm just saying, it's like that good.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of a fondue cheese.
Yeah.
Like the consistency and the
I will definitely make it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I don't know my next video, but we'll see you in my next one. Bye!